It is Sunday again, and it's beautiful to come your way. My name is Beatrice Yakubu, if we haven't met before, and I am the founder of Social Marketing Success, a business where I help entrepreneurs like yourself maybe to grow their businesses using the power of social media. I also do financial education where I help families to become debt-free and become financially independent as well. So let's get started. In today's video, I would like to talk about new beginning. What is new beginning? New beginning is exciting because it's the beginning of starting again or starting for the first time. So in my opinion, at this time of the year, it is a new beginning. It is a new beginning because it is January, where the year has just started fresh. There are so many ideas going on in your heads probably, and a lot of people have new ideas and things that they would wish to achieve in the year come December, and it is exciting. Also, because it's January and January is almost ended, I'm looking forward to spring. You know what is in spring? Spring is a time where a lot of new shoots come up if you live in the West, if you live in the UK, because at this time everything is nearly dead. There's nothing happening in terms of natural life. So new beginning is a topic that I will talk about, and it just coincided that usually in the church I listen to the sermon and I talk about it in terms of what I do to be able to encourage one or two people. Now, we talked about new beginning in the church, and it's the same for us in the society. If you are into business, a new beginning of your business. Why are we talking about new beginning? So for some people in the year 2019 that has just passed, they probably set goals and they had their New Year resolutions. They had things that they had their mind set on to achieve that didn't happen. For that reason, you will not throw your hands in the air and just say, oh, this doesn't work. You've got to start again. So in the new beginning, the first thing that you have to do is to let go of the past and then get started. How can you let go of the past? I know that I've come across some people, because of what I do, that they would not even contemplate or want to listen to a business idea because they have been they have either been involved in something similar that didn't work, or they have they've heard somebody say that this doesn't work and then they just take it to heart. But what I often say is that if someone is involved in an accident, for instance, it is a car that you were in a car and the car got into a crash. It is another car that will come and pick you to the hospital or take you to safety. If that is the case, you will not say that I will not go in a car again. Or if your child, if you are a parent like myself, if you are, when children, or even if you're not a parent, you do see children as well. When children are starting to walk, they stumble a lot. But parents will not just say that, you weren't born to walk, don't even bother because it didn't work. No, they would encourage the child over and over and over again until they get past that initial stage of trial to be able to succeed. So that should be your mantra as well, as saying that, okay, I might have failed in 2019, I didn't hit my goals, or my business didn't go quite the way I wanted it to go. It doesn't mean it's the end. All you need to do is just learn from the past and then start anew. Forget about the old and then start anew, because if you carry on dwelling on what didn't work, what you're actually doing is that you are depriving yourself from moving forward and then opening up to new opportunities that would lay in front of you. The next thing is to start small. In fact, starting small is interesting because to be able to start small or to be able to succeed, you need to start small. And from my experience with my mentor, Caroline always would say, whenever she wants to do something, she wants to do a project, she would focus all her attention on that project. And I find that when I was starting out in business, that was a shortcoming on my part, because I wanted to learn so many things at a time, and getting distracted and getting really fed up with sometimes with some of the things I'm learning, and it's not actually working out. It's all because of distraction. Because when you start small and just concentrate on one thing at a time until you master it, you give yourself far more chance to succeed than when you kind of hit everywhere, every target, and then see that it's not working in the end, because then your energy is dissipated. The third thing is also to recognize opportunities. So the Bible says the grace of God is anew every morning. So look at that as an aspect of, okay, opportunities will come every morning, every day. So for instance, if you are thinking of buying a car, the moment you think about it and you go on the road, you see several of them, that same car. Chances are those cars were already there, they were already on the road, but you were not seeing them. Why? Because your mind or your brain wasn't tuned into looking for those cars. It's the same as opportunities. When your mind is not tuned to see the opportunity, you will not see it. So if you are a Christian like myself, pray for grace and pray for discernment so that you are able to see opportunities. If you are a non-believer, personal development will talk about visualization, we'll talk about affirmations, and I think that even for visualization and affirmation, it is also in the Bible as well. So if you are a believer, you have double opportunities. Visualize what it is that you want to do. How is it that you're going, the steps, if you know how, but just visualize. In fact, Steve Jenkins, who is one of our leaders in the financial education business that I do, said that he looked at his goals 4 to 5 times a day. And this is a guy who is earning what? £400,000 a year. Looking at his goals 5 times a day. So that if you are in the spectrum of earning 20,000 or 30,000 or 40,000 pounds a year, I think you should be looking at your goals maybe 10 times a day, because these are things that have been proven to work. Nobody can say, or nobody knows how it works specifically, but it works because you are looking at it. You are actually priming your brain into bringing you the opportunities that will get you to get to that goal. Last but not the least is for the fact that for you to think that you would surpass where you were before. So sometimes when we fail at something, and bearing in mind, especially if it's a new business, 90% of businesses will fail in the first 5 years. That's a lot of people that will fall out. But if you fall out and you don't stay there, what you should have crystal clear in your mind is that, yes, you are going to start the process again and you are going to move forward, and you have it in your mind that you are going to surpass where you were before. If you believe it, you can achieve it. In fact, this lady, I've forgotten her name, something several, she is an empowerment speaker. She says that her dad used to say, her dad was a preacher, he says, if you believe it, you achieve it. If you don't, you won't. The point is what we believe, what we think about is what we get. So when you're starting and you also have it in your mind that this time you are going to surpass where you were before, because God has actually stated, and this was a quote that our preacher mentioned today, that is in Proverbs 31:26 or 29, what says that you would surpass them all. And in this case, you are using yourself as a benchmark, ensuring that whatever it is that you are starting anew, you are going to surpass where you were before. So to recap, to start anew, just forget about the old and start anew and move forward. Ensure that you are starting with baby steps. The third one is to ensure that you are open to opportunities, and also have it crystal clear that you are going to surpass where you were before. Thank you for listening. I'll come your way. If you like the video, share it, and yes. Wow, I just went past.